Hi guys, I'm Rebel Star Girl. Before I get into the contents of today's video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment with any critiques, questions, or suggestions. I'm opening chibi commissions. All the information for this will be down in the description, but my friend actually commissioned me to make 2 chibi pins for her workout bag, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you guys the process and announce that they are now open. That said, let's jump right in. What my friend commissioned me to do was to design 2 pins for her workout bag. She's been going to the gym a lot, so she wanted stuff to put on there to be like cute little motivators for her workouts. She wanted both these pins to be personas of herself, and the first one she wanted was a chibi struggling to lift kettlebells. She wanted this to be super expressive, the kind of like classic cartoon trying to lift weights kind of design. I haven't really seen this design done with kettlebells though. It's usually drawn with like a more traditional weight, like I don't work out enough to know the names. It's just a weight, right? But I thought using a kettlebell really just like gave it that personal touch. And the second one she wanted was a resting design. She wanted something to represent the importance of resting and resting in between her workout sets. After a little bit of concept sketching, I decided to go with her persona leaning over a sign that says rest between sets. I had the character look like she had just finished working out by having her wipe away some sweat and do one of those little cartoon sigh bubbles. For my chibi style, I do a very thick and clean line art style. Line art's never really my favorite part of the process, but I like the way it looks, so I usually just buckle down and do it. I like to do a very thick outer border for my chibi style. It just helps the design pop, and it's an easy way to add line variation. For the colors, I try to get as close to her natural skin and hair color as I could. I usually have a hard time color matching hair and skin, to be honest. It also doesn't help that she's always dyeing her hair, so I did the best I could. She didn't give me a whole lot of direction when it came to the coloring. She gave me creative freedom for that one, but I know that she likes a mix of grays and blues and darker colors, so I went with that. For the shading, I use a very saturated and dark purple on a layer set to multiply. I like using the multiply layer because then I don't have to change my colors around a lot. I also really like using saturated colors because it just adds a lot of life and interest to the art piece. Especially for a style like this, you really want it to pop out and be lively. For the highlights, I use pure white. Some people just do lighter versions of the color, but I like to use the white. Just personal preference. I also do some soft shading using the airbrush. I use that same purple on a layer set to multiply, and then I go for a light yellow on a layer set to add glow to add some highlights to the top. Once the designs were all done, I had to resize them on my computer in order to turn them into the pins and the stickers. My friend didn't ask for stickers, but I wanted to show you guys the process of making those too, so I threw them in as a bonus for her. For the stickers, I dragged in one of my previously made sticker sheets and used it as a size reference for how big the designs needed to be. And I don't want to waste any of my supplies, so I printed some of my Courtney stickers as well on the extra space. For the pins, not only do I resize, but I also had to lighten the design. When using shrink paper, all your colors are going to darken. So how I do this in Clip Studio Paint is I go to the Edit tab, go down to Tonal Correction, then I hit Hue, Saturation, and Luminosity. Then I just adjust the luminosity to 20. This makes it so when the picture shrinks, it is closer to the original colors. For this page, I filled the extra space with my Naomi singing design. Once that was all done, all I had to do was print them out on the appropriate papers. For the stickers, it was just some standard sticker paper. For the pins, I use print on shrink paper. If you don't know what that is, I go a little bit more in depth and I have some tips on using it in my making keychains video, so go check that out. For the stickers, I decided to make them holographic, so I layered some of my holographic laminating paper on top. Typically, I layer the laminating paper before I start cutting, but I forgot to do this, so I had to cut my laminating paper to fit my already cut sections, and it was a bit more of a hassle this way. But I absolutely love this stuff. You can find it on Amazon in a variety of different designs, and it works so well, and it is so pretty. And because some of these Courtney stickers got laminating paper just on the top of them, I get to show you guys my unsellable box. But it's just that box I painted in the Target video. Basically, whenever I have something that's good enough for personal use or I think I could use for future testing, but it's not good enough to sell, I just keep it in there. It is getting quite full. Next, I cut out the pins. These are a lot larger than the stickers because I have to shrink them. They are also a bit more annoying to cut because the paper is a plasticky material, so it just is weird to cut. Once that is all done though, I can put them in the oven to shrink. Now that those are shrunk and cooled, I can show you guys the newest part of my process. Resin. Previously, I'd been using Mod Podge Dimensional Magic as the top coat for my pins and my keychains. And I do really like this stuff, but it has several downsides. It is very hard to deal with the air bubbles, it smudges the ink, it adds a blue tint to all the colors, and it's not super scratch resistant. So being able to switch over to UV resin is very exciting. It dries super clear, it is way more scratch resistant, it does not smudge the ink, and it is a lot easier to deal with the air bubbles. It also just feels so much nicer. The downside to UV resin is that it is more expensive. I ordered mine on Temu though, which is cheaper, but it's still more expensive than the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. I think it's worth it though because I want all of my products to be the highest quality that they can be. Once that's done, the final step is to glue the pin backs on. I use a generous amount of super glue to make sure that the pin backs stay on. And once that's done, here are the final results. Let me know what you guys think. So like I said, my commissions are open for these if you would like some custom chibi stickers, pins, or keychains. All the information is down in the description, so definitely check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, I have no idea what the next video is going to be or when it is going to come out, but whatever it is and whenever it does, I hope to see you then. Bye!